Hello everyone, this is John from RELICS, and today we are going to be talking about a situation that came from me listing some old crappy postcards. I never listed postcards before. I know that people with ephemera can tend to be a little bit more picky, but I thought I did a really good job at listing these, but they ended up netting me 2 negative feedbacks from a lady, and it's pretty crazy. We're going to jump right into this video. I had sold these postcards. A lady messaged me. I had 3 lots listed, and I had them listed for $40 a lot. There was at least 70 cards per lot, and she messaged me, said that she bought all 3 lots, that she would pay $30 a piece. So I took, that'd be buy 2, essentially, get 1 for $10. And, you know, I'm like, hey, I've got $5-6 in these. I'm just going to let them rip, Tater Chip. I'm just going to send them. She's going to buy them, and I'm going to be done with them. And this has got to be easy. Because with the photos, we're going to switch screens here, but I'm going to show you that I think I did a fairly good job of like listing listing them with the with good photos. I broke them down into lots, as you can see. They're really close photos. You can see that there's discoloring. You can see that there's like right here some staining. You can see that there's some staining on them. You can actually see all of this with the cards. Here's some here that I put, you know, with some staining. I tried to show a good representation of what the cards were, and you can see I just took tons and tons and tons of photos. Like, I'm not sure what they thought they were going to be getting. That one's a little blurry. I even took pictures of that one so people could see all the text. And then if you click over here to the next lot, they bought 3 lots from me, but you can see that it's the same thing. I took a ton of photos of these cards. I tried to do as best as I could, and even here you can see that there is some staining. You know, they're discolored. You would think that they're 100 years old plus. You would think that a person would be like, I mean, I would figure that that's just the way they look. Like they're not meant to be keepsakes. Or they're, you know, you keep it for a little bit, and then like the person that made the postcards wasn't like, 200 years from now someone's gonna want these to be mint. But apparently this lady thought that they should be mint, and they weren't. So she left me 2 negative feedbacks. Let's go back over here to my feedback profile. And it says, some of these cards weren't even postcards and badly damaged. They went in the trash where they belong. Contacted seller, didn't care. And the second one said, very unhappy with these postcards. I was told that I should have looked at the photos. Big cracks don't show up. But then she proceeds to show pictures of the photo of the card, and I mean the big cracks show up there, so I don't get it. Like, do the big cracks show up or do they not? Because I'm at a loss here. I'm kind of confused. But I wrote back to her feedback. It says, I've had them listed for $40 and took 25% off on 3 orders. I took photos of the front of every single card and photos of many backs as an example. There is only so much space that eBay allows for photos. She paid nothing for the cards, and she owns an antique shop where she is going to sell them for good money. These buyers are really hurting eBay. Imagine that 120-year-old postcards sent through the mail meant to be tossed aren't perfect. And like, I honestly think, like, you can definitely see in the photos, there's no damage here that pretty much wasn't disclosed in the photo. On the second negative that she left me, or actually it was the first one, I said the photo was taken of every single card in the lot. Buyer has poor eyesight from advanced age, perhaps. I'm betting they went into her antique shop and not the trash. Seller cares, but asked buyer why they beat me down over $30 on her order, demanded shipping refund, then tried to complain to get further discounts. Buyer has been added to our block bidders list, and if you are like her, we don't really want to sell you anything either. Honest. And that's the way I feel. I'm so tired of these eBay buyers not reading the description, because if you go into the description that I left, My description says, the next item up for your consideration is random 70 used vintage postcard lots, mixed variety. I took photos of all the fronts. The postcards are used and old, so please check out the photos of what you are getting. These are used. Some have stamps, some have writing. They are cheap. And no, I won't sell just one card to you. You got to buy them all. Because you know you're going to get that person that goes, oh, I just want to buy that one card for $1. No, I'm not going to rephotograph everything to sell you something for $1. Because that's how people are anymore. They just seem to be super entitled. They seem to be, and pardon my French, cover your ears. They seem to be assholes. And this person is an asshole. They know exactly what they were going to get. They weren't happy with what I sent them, and they complained and moaned and groaned. And when I told them essentially that I took photos, because at this point I'm like, all they're trying to do is get more money back. We looked this lady up. My wife has a tendency to start becoming Inspector Gadget or Sherlock Holmes. When somebody does something to us, she creates a dossier on them. And she went out and she started looking this person's address up, looked up their name, found them on Facebook. They're some 60-something-year-old lady. I guess it's a lady. In this day and age, they might be transgendered for all I know. It was hard to tell by the photo. But I can say that they do have an antique store, and it seems to me like they're sourcing stuff off of eBay so that they can sell in their antique store. And you typically, for a postcard you buy in an antique store, they're $2, $3, $4. So she's buying these postcards for half $1, and then she's probably turning around and putting them in her antique store for $3. And she's trying to beat me up to get more money back so that she can increase her profitability. And to be honest, I'm just tired of that. I'm over it. And this person is a seller. They sell on eBay, which is it's just out of pocket. I can't believe that the person is actually a reseller, owns a business, and thinks that me posting, dozens of photos of these postcards, and she gets them, and they're not up to her expectations, and she thinks that I'm the bad guy. What kind of world are we living in, people? And I've just completely, I've gotten 6 negative feedbacks over the past year now, and I can tell you, one of them might have been deserved. One of them I probably messed up on, and if the person would have messaged me, I would have taken care of them. But the other ones are insane, outrageous, crazy, ridiculous human beings that exist on the face of this planet just to be assholes. And that's how I feel about it. And that's the way there's no other way to mix it. There's no other way to, I'm sorry. If that hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. And so I got 2 negative feedbacks, and I will live with them for a whole year. And I absolutely don't care. This lady can go pound sand. She can kick rocks. And I put her on my block bidders list. And if you sell postcards, I can tell you, I'd be doing the same. I'm thinking about sharing her around a little bit. And I'm not going to do anything. But it's kind of dumb. I'm not going to do anything to hurt her. But if you're a reseller and you're going to be trying to scam people out there, you probably ought to get a buying account to do that. Because it's kind of dumb to do it with the account that you're selling on. And in this day and age where people can find out where you live by just putting your address in and pulling up a picture of your house and seeing that you have a business, like people could leave her negative reviews for her business. Like, I mean, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it because it's not my fault. It's not my fault that you got exactly what was photographed and what was described. So if you disagree with me, I'd like to know. Let me know down below. We can have a conversation about it. And if you're one of them bad eBay buyers, stay away from my account. Have a good day, and God bless.